Hello, people of the interwebs! Welcome back to my Let's Play of Atlantis, the Lost Empire for RGOGNOCA, really good old games no one cares about. I am WonderGirl108. I don't really have anything to say. I already recorded this video, but then it corrupted, because of course it did. Anyway, so this level, well, I'll just show you. So at this point, the submarine that exists in the movie for about 2 minutes immediately gets attacked by this massive thing, this sea monster. And it's...
We're clear, but not everyone's out of the ship yet. We have to hold off that machine until all subpods are away.
So now we are just doing a turret section, basically. We're stuck in place. And this thing, we just have to keep shooting the things that it sends at us. And the more we hit it, the more the subpods escape.
Watch the energy bolts. Shoot them before they damage your pod.
And literally all you have to do is just shoot the things coming at you and in his general direction so that you don't take damage. It's really simple. There are several vehicle sections in this game. And this is... well, it is certainly one of them. See, instead of a health bar, he has, if you see in the top left, the number of subpods that still need to escape. That's just a function of how many times you hit it.
Now he's angry. Keep on your toes. The final pods are relying on you.
Sort of a 3 pseudo-stage boss fight. I guess he's entering angry boss mode now, I guess. He does seem to be sending a lot more things at me. But, And he's also moving a lot more at this point, I guess. But, This part really isn't hard. This is also the only real turret section in the game. The other vehicle sections are not that.
That's the last one. Now let's get out of here.
And now... it becomes a rail shooter. There is no reason not to just hold down the fire button. There are not different types of ammo. There's no... there's nothing to this, really. It's just... make sure that you're in the position to grab the things as they come up, and don't get hit too much. That is all. It is very easy, very simple. There's really nothing to this. There isn't even a speed up or slow down in this one. I'm not moving forward. I am just... oh yeah, they give you checkpoints, which I might actually need at this point. Because I'm actually... wow! I can't believe I actually died here. I'm kind of not really trying, if I'm honest. Not sure what I could have done about that. Because, like, that's the thing. There's really nothing you can do here besides just... aim and go. Or not even that, just aim. That's literally the only thing you can do right now. Obviously, you're technically aiming the crosshair, but your ship also follows the crosshair. It's not like a separate thing. So yeah. That. And there we go. The end. Yeah, that level wasn't worth much.
Time to get the memory.
But
Good job. I can see why you were chosen for this mission. You'll be back.
now,
Choose your destiny.
wonderful people of the interwebs, welcome to the best part of the game.
On dry land at last, and on the road to Atlantis. The journal mentions a great stone door. It can only be opened with special gems from the 2 trials of fire and ice. Once we complete the trials and get the gems, Atlantis should be moments away.
So, okay, first of all, one more thing. New collectible.
Fire crystals hold the power of Atlantis. Collect 15 for an extra life.
So yes, new collectible. Every level has these now. And it's collect 15 for an extra life, and also, if you get all of them in a level, you also get an extra life, even if it's not a multiple of 15. Anyway, so, first of all, this has absolutely nothing to do with the movie. None of this is in the movie at all. The Trials of Fire and Ice thing, they just made that up for the game, which I respect, honestly. I really like that. And, in addition, you may have noticed in the last episode, I was gathering health items. Your inventory retains between levels, which means this game isn't entirely linear. You can get an important item in one level and bring it back to another level. This is the only level to which that applies, but it's neat. We're going to do the fire trial first. Because that's what I did when I tried to record this before, and I'm committed. Yes, this level exit unlocks a different level. It also counts as clearing a level, even though it's not really.
Where in Atlantis would you like to visit?
Yeah, see? The ice trial and fire trial get unlocked via the cove. I really like that. And this is also where the most mechanics are going to be used, including the inventory system.
The fire trial. The fire gem should be here. According to the journal, the gem is found behind a massive stone statue head. We'll have to find some way to move it if we're to collect our prize.
This has the most puzzles, the most platforming, the most gameplay, quite frankly. The platforming here, because this is the most platforming we're going to be doing, this is where it shows off that it's actually not that great. It's very stiff. It's somehow stiff and slippery at the same time. There's very little sense of control when you're in the air. You feel heavy. We've got these, like, sinking platforms, so you have to, like, aim. This is the hardest. Well, this what we're doing now isn't the hardest platforming in the game, but this and the ice trail have the trickiest platforming. And even though the platforming isn't great, this is still the best part of the game. It's got the most ideas, the most creativity. Again, all of this has been made up just for the game. This is where they decided, okay, let's just do something fun. This is where all the creativity in the game was spent. Later in this level, I am going to waste your time because I am determined to figure out how a certain something stumped me as a kid. Oh, you may have also noticed I just picked up an anti-venom. There's a venom mechanic in this game, or a poison mechanic, I should say.
Many objects can be pushed and pulled by stronger characters like Vinny and Milo. Try pushing this rock.
That's a tutorial we already got, but we also need Vinny here.
Can I help him?
Because we need to knock this down. Oh yeah, there's a lava monster. Don't worry about him. He doesn't even do much damage. There we go. I think we have to go right first. Like I said, this is also where the inventory comes into play the most. Hello, tiger. Platypus tusked thing. Yeah, so Vinny's grenades, you can't really aim them. There's no auto aim. There kind of is with Milo's boomerang, not so much with the grenades. Now, even though this is the most creative part of the game, hopefully you're starting to see what I was saying in the last episode. These levels are very barren. Like, compare this to... Oh, wow. Okay, the AoE on this is bigger than I thought it was. Still. Aiming isn't... Vinny's actually doing pretty good right now. He normally doesn't play this well. Which is probably how I can safely say this video isn't going to corrupt. Anyway, while this is the most creative part of the game, you're hopefully noticing what I was saying in the last episode about how the levels feel very barren. Like, compare this... Oh, also, this is something that'll poison me. So you see, I am poisoned now. I'll be more careful about that in the future. Think of the levels in A Bug's Life. Those were dripping, brimming with detail, to an excess degree, one might even say. These levels feel very bare minimum, you know? The textures, they got away with using as few textures as possible. They didn't put really many objects around, except those that were absolutely necessary for gameplay. I didn't notice so much as a kid, but as an adult, and especially, again, having just played A Bug's Life. Oh, by the way, earlier I picked up something. You may have noticed. I didn't say anything about it. I was hoping one of these chests would hold another. I picked up an orange crystal. So here's this mechanic. These colored crystals, they're orange, blue, and purple. You can combine them with either the compass, which will get it to point towards something, either a collectible or an objective. I don't know which one's which because it's completely useless. Or with your weapon, but only an Atlantean weapon. You can only combine this with Atlantean items. So the boomerang. To make power-ups. They're power-ups. Here's what the orange one does. Okay, come here, guys. Let me show the lovely people of the interwebs what this does. Come on. It's a clear the room button, but it only gets one use. I need to heal.
Look out for dark rocky outcrops like these. Agile characters like Milo can climb them. Jump up and give it a try.
So yes, there's wall climbing as well as ladder climbing. It's functionally the same. I'm not sure why they felt the need to tutorialize both, but I guess it could have been missed. Don't know what this dark hole is, by the way. I have no idea what this is or whether or not there was ever a point to it. But there isn't now.
Sometimes find rocky outcrops on ceilings as well as walls. Look up, there's one here. Jump straight up to grab hold.
Oh, almost forgot again. The camera changes when you're hanging so that you can always see where you're going, which is great. It's also very slow, but that's okay. There is no fall damage, which I always love in a platformer. Let me platform. There are no insta-kill pits either. I don't think. Wait, no, actually there are. In the vehicle sections, I think? Already I'm running into a problem with having to re-record this video. Did I show you guys in the last episode? Was that in the last episode? Or was it in the one that got corrupted? 50-50 shot, I'm gonna do it just in case. You can throw the boomerang even if the boomerang hasn't come back to you yet. You're supposed to only have one boomerang, but game doesn't care. Which is very silly, but eh.
An Atlantean panel. There's something missing from the center.
This has the most inventory puzzles, this part of the game.
The door is locked.
And here we have the classic push thing in front of eternally flame-spewing things in order to pass them puzzle. I said there were more puzzles here. I didn't say they were all clever. Also, when you're pulling or pushing an object, holding up on the D-pad means push forward, holding down means pull back, regardless of what direction the camera's facing. This is not how it works when you're just walking around. No, don't. Also, the game sometimes tries to lock you in there. But that's why I was stuttering when I was pulling that barrel in the last episode. Because I was trying to push in the direction that I needed to be going, not just the binary forward or back that you get locked into when you're pushing something. Anyway. Benny's grenades are powerful, wow. Ow. Now that just doesn't seem fair. These fireflies, they are from the movie. You can't do anything about them. They're just there to take off your health sometimes. Alright. Also, there's really no point in fighting enemies because they don't give you anything. And they respawn after a while. So if you're just passing through a corridor, there's really no point. Sorry about that. Just wanted to make sure my neighbors weren't about to get into a shouting match.
These switches hold the secret to our progress, but they have to be used in the correct order.
So yes, as I was saying in the last episode, the Atlantean alphabet is basically the same as the English alphabet. It's just different symbols, which as an adult, I don't like. As a kid, I thought it was cool. It's just one of those things, you know? I don't know what all these letters mean. Like, obviously, this is the I in Atlantis. But, like, this one, for instance, I don't know which letter this one stands for. We do have to hit the right one, use the right ones, and if we use the wrong ones, this guy shoots a fireball at us. I'll just show you, because I already know the solution. Yeah. I think because I almost filled out the A, but not quite, and then I started holding down the button again, it just waited for me to inspect the thing for the amount of time it would take for the thing to fill, or something. I don't understand why you have to hold down the contextual button prompts. There's no purpose to that. I really think they just wanted an excuse to put the A on the screen more. What a coincidence. This here is the clue to what we have to do next. If you try, I don't know if I call it a dirty trick. If you're trying to, like, figure out this puzzle, brute forcing it obviously is a bad idea because you're going to lose a lot of health. If you're trying to figure out this puzzle before you move on, which is something I would have done as a kid, you're not going to be able to. Because you have to go and check to see what the symbol is that you have to press next. That's all this puzzle is. So it's simple, but also kind of sneaky. I don't know if that makes it better or worse. Okay. Now we have this symbol that kind of looks like pie. The Greek letter, not the pastry, obviously. Not really, but it helps me keep in mind what it looks like. It is this one. Oh no, you know what it looks like? It looks like the Japanese character for ka. The sound ka. That's what it looks like. And then this one, I don't know why. Feel free to try to explain this to me because I don't understand why this is what this looks like to me. So if you see it, please explain. It looks to me like a pregnant mermaid. I don't know why. I honestly, I don't know. I don't know. It looks to me like a pregnant mermaid. If you can see that, tell me how that works. And if you can't see it, good. Quite frankly. Because like the dot is the baby, and then you got like the head and arms up here, and then like the fishtail up down here, and I don't know. I don't know. My brain just does stuff, okay? Now we're coming up on something that I need. I need to investigate this. What's coming up? Because when I recorded this before, I couldn't figure out how it happened that way as a kid? But there has to be some explanation. Okay. So, this series of platforming around us here.
Not my field. Better get someone else.
Why is that triggering way over here? What is this trigger? What is this trigger?
Better let someone else look at this.
Are you gonna tell me who?
Doesn't make sense to me. Better let someone else look at this.
I honestly have no idea what this trigger is right now, because there's this trigger, which is for Vinny. But this appears to be something else entirely. Okay, it's a good thing I re-recorded this, because I am about to learn something new. Maybe this will explain why I was so confused about stuff as a kid. So, we can play as Mole here. I thought there was no reason to have Mole down here, but
This is a job for Vinny.
is this just a bug trigger? Is that what this is? Is this just a bug? Shoot. Here I was hoping it would be the answer to my conundrum. So yeah, there really is no reason to be able to access Mole down here. I think it's just because we need Mole up there. And who knows? Don't know what this is gonna do. Yep, it was just a bug trigger. Because, it was the same trigger as the one that was there when I was, like, up against the pillar. Okay, that's interesting. Weird glitches in this game. Found one. Anyway. So yes, we need Vinny to blow up this pillar so we can come up here. But we need to come up here as Milo so Milo can climb, because Vinny can't. I'll just show you. Just for the sake of thoroughness. Vinny can't climb for some reason. We'll switch back to Milo.
This is Milo.
By the way, back here, you recall what Milo was saying about how there's a giant stone statue head we need to get behind. Here it is. Here is the giant stone statue head we need to get behind. There's a purple crystal. Anyway, so here's the deal. We climb up here. With very, very iffy platforming controls. Use Milo to climb. How is it that Vinny's grenades are aiming better during this recording session than Milo's boomerang? When Milo's boomerang is the one with a pseudo lock-on system and Vinny's grenades are not. I am showing you a very inaccurate representation of the gameplay in this game. Anyway, so, here's the deal. We come up here. And over here, there's this. You can pull this pillar out. You can probably tell from the texture right here. I did not realize that as a kid. And I could swear I got up there. Just by jumping up. That I got up there as both Vinny and as Milo. But I couldn't get Moliere up there because here's the thing, if you didn't notice from earlier. Moliere, he has a very, very short jump. I could swear that I got up there multiple times, not as Mole, and I was tearing my hair out trying to figure out how to get Mole up there because I didn't notice that this pillar could be pulled. This stumped me as a kid, and I don't know how that's possible. So I'm actually going to lock in right now and try to figure out how I did that. Oh yeah, also lava isn't insta-death, it's just you lose 10 health and get sent back to a checkpoint. So yeah, cue a montage of me trying and probably failing to figure out how I managed to completely fail at this when I was little. Aha! Okay, that's how I did it. I knew I used to do it. Okay, so.
The floor is unstable here. Let's try digging to see what's underneath.
Obviously, Mole is a mole. I knew it! I knew there was some way I completely broke this when I was a kid. I knew it! So yeah, Milo and Vinny have basically the same jump height, so they can get up here.
Doesn't make sense to me.
By doing that. Mole can't, because Mole has a much shorter jump height. So I completely broke the game as a kid, getting up here as Milo and Vinny. But I couldn't do that to get Mole up there. Because I just didn't notice this clearly obvious skid mark showing that you can do this. And when I figured that out as a kid, I remember it completely blowing my mind.
You need help, Milo?
Yeah, see, the characters, they know who you're playing as. They don't just have that line for Milo, they have that for everyone. Yeah, this is how Mole jumps. So obviously he can't do that. I guess I just didn't question the presence of this piece of architecture. Like, there are no real set dressing. I mean, obviously there are the torches. But like, for the most part, there aren't really any decorative pieces anywhere in this game. Maybe I just didn't realize that as a kid? Okay. I feel much better now. I have solved that mystery. Mole throws rocks. Also, that's his combo. I don't know why, but I love playing as Mole. He is by far the least useful character in the game. You really shouldn't be using him unless you have a situation that absolutely demands him, of which there are two, exactly two. But I don't know why. I enjoy playing as Mole. Oh, also there's a letter in here I need to grab. I think it's right. No, it's behind one of the torches. There it is. I had to backtrack for that in the previous episode, or in the previous attempt at this episode, I should say. I don't know why, but I love it. It's so silly. Yeah, and that was the door. There is no reason for Mole to be available down here, but maybe the fact that you can technically get down here as Mole is why he's an option on the radio over there, even though you can't even climb back up to where he's needed as him, so... Or maybe there was a different version of this in previous builds of this game, I don't know. But...
Oh, the fire crystal.
And I'm pretty sure they had a voice line recorded for every character for that specifically. Like I said, this is where the game does the most stuff, just generally. And we're not even done. Also, you can just bypass that entire puzzle and finish, quote unquote, the level. Which I did as a kid because I couldn't figure out that puzzle. Which I also think is interesting. You can go through this level as much as you like, but you have to find the thing in it, not just get to the end. Ow. This is also where I'm going to expend the most health. Health is not going to be nearly as much of a problem in the future. So... not here, but... there. You see that? That is the only place that ducking is mandatory. This level is the only place where this is an absolutely necessary mechanic to avoid getting hit. So I lied when I said that it will never be used. It has precisely one place where it is mandatory to use. The ideas were all here, and most of them shine through the most in this level and the ice trial. Which is why I said this is the best part of the game. Whoa. It's just also kind of funny that this is also the part of the game that has literally nothing to do with the movie. There are no ice and fire trials in the movie. Gotta grab that checkpoint. And that's all the collectibles.
Movie activated.
So now, you just have to not miss these. Now, if we keep going and don't take one of these platforms crossing the path, we'll just go into a dead zone where we'll just fall into the lava and die. And I'm not going to show you that because there's no point. There's literally nothing over there. And I don't have the health to waste showing you guys, so sorry about that. Same over there. There's literally nothing over there. You know what I'm going to do? I'll show you what the purple crystal does. This one gives you 10 uses. And it's not a clear the room button, it's just a stronger boomerang. Still. There's the last white crystal. Health. Health is good. Yeah, see, I get another extra life for finding all of them in the level. And then we just have to... try again, because you have to guess when the platform is going to come up before it zips off out from under your feet. But after it actually emerges from the lava. Which is mildly annoying. Just gonna wait for a second here. There we go. Yeah, it's funny to know that I completely broke that sequence as a kid because I was just that dumb. What's that old saying? The problem with making something foolproof is the difficulty with predicting the ingenuity of complete fools. Because, like, they didn't make it that you could hang on that piece of architecture. And they thought presumably that would be all the clues you need to make sure that no kid would not notice that you can just drag that pillar. But no, I found a way around that. That's funny. That's really funny. I'm sorry. Alright. And there's literally no point to this platform sequence. As I recall, there are no obstacles or anything. We just ride it to the end. And then the end is a solid cave anyway, or solid ground cave, so there was literally no point to this one. But whatever. We are done. I really hope this video doesn't corrupt. Alright, so that's going to be it for this episode.
Time to get the memory card.
Thank you so very much for watching if you did. I really do appreciate it.
Like the right choice to me.
And I look forward to seeing you next time.
See you in Atlantis.